Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in this crazy world we're living in. Well, we're going to be entering into another crazy phase on Monday where we will be the trial of Axel Rudakubana, who is allegedly responsible for the Southport stabbings, in which three little girls died, of course. Alicia, Elsie, and Bebe, I think it's pronounced. And of course, many other people were injured, etc. Now, I've got to be very careful what I say because this is what has been released, this information. The trial starts Monday. Axel's trial starts on Monday. Of course, Axel himself was only 17 at the time he committed these allegedly committed these terrible crimes in the summer of last year in Southport in the UK. And he's since has turned 18. He is now 18 and his trial starts on Monday. So I just want to, I can't, I've got to be careful what I say according to what all the newspapers are releasing. I'm going to read this from the Liverpool Echo. Merseyside Police issues a stern warning ahead of Axel Rudakubana trial. And in serious cases, contempt of court could result in a trial being delayed or stopped. We don't want that, do we? We want this trial to go ahead, the right verdict to be reached. So we haven't seen any photos of Axel. This apparently is him, an artist's impression of Axel, now 18, appearing via video link during a preparatory hearing at Liverpool Crown Court. And this was Wednesday, December the 18th, 2024, just before Christmas. There's quite a few people who have had a pretty miserable Christmas because of what happened in Southport. So Merseyside Police and the Attorney General's Office have both issued stern warnings today ahead of the high-profile trial of Axel Rudakubana. Anyone who shares or posts information online which could in any way prejudice the trial could face harsh consequences of up to 2 years in prison. Rudakubana of Banks in West Lancashire is accused of murdering 6-year-old Phoebe King, 7-year-old Elsie Stankham, and 9-year-old Alice da Silva Aguiar, who were fatally stabbed during a Taylor Swift themed dance class in Southport on July 29th last year, which was 2024. He's also accused of attempting to kill 8 other young girls and 2 adults, Leanne Lucas and John Hayes, who were also stabbed during the incident. And he is further charged with possession of a bladed article in a public place, production of a biological toxin. Sorry, just making sure I'd press record because it's not unusual for me not to. And possession of information of a kind likely to be useful to a person committing or preparing an act of terrorism, namely a PDF file entitled Military Studies in the Jihad Against the Tyrants, the Al-Qaeda Training Manual. But of course, the police have said this incident is not terror related. Merseyside Police said the trial of Axel Rudakubana will begin on Monday the 20th of January relating to the incident at Hart Street, Southport on the 29th of July 2024. We want to remind everyone that proceedings remain active throughout the entirety of the trial, and it's important there is no sharing or posting of information online which could in any way prejudice the trial. Doing so may be in breach of the Contempt of Court Act and lead to prosecution by the Attorney General. A further statement posted by the Attorney General's Office today warned, while proceedings are active, the Attorney General is reminding editors, publishers and social media users that fair and accurate Reporting of legal proceedings held in public in good faith is permitted. However, you may be in risk of being in contempt of court if you publish material or comment online that is inaccurate, unfair, or involves discussion or commentary which could influence the jury's deliberations. This includes anything that asserts or assumes, expressly or implicitly, the guilt of Axel Rudakubana. This is due to the risk of potentially jeopardizing the criminal trial. So I'm just reading out this article, but be careful with your comments. You know, we don't want any problems, do we? The Contempt of Court Act 1981 seeks to prevent any interference with the administration of justice and the right to a fair trial. This includes saying whether you think a person is guilty or innocent, referring to someone's previous convictions, and sharing any evidence or facts about a case that the judge has said cannot be made public. People may also be found in contempt if they publicly identify victims, witnesses, and offenders under the age of 18. SEX crime victims and anyone else the judge has allowed to remain anonymous. Anyone found to be in contempt of court may receive a prison sentence of up to 2 years, a fine, or both. In serious cases, contempt of court could result in a criminal case being delayed or stopped, as a judge may decide a fair trial is not possible. Well, we don't want that, do we? So we'll be careful what we say. This trial is expected to last about 4 weeks, I think. And we'll just see what happens. And then once the trial is finished and the verdict is reached, then there will be more information. Then there will be more information that we can, talk about more openly. So I am going to cover the trial, the findings, as information comes in. But just bear in mind, we do have to be careful. We don't, we certainly don't want anything to affect this trial. Yeah. Okay, so I just thought I'd let you know. So that begins Monday, the trial of Axel Rudakubana. Yeah. Okay, thank you. I'll see you really soon in the next video, and until then, may your God go with you. Bye.